Barbara Williams had a 6-year-old son. His name was Judah. And one day, on a Sunday after church, he came home just crying. He was so upset because his favorite Sunday school teacher, whom he called Sister Shirley, had cancer. And he was visibly crying, upset, because he told his mother that she was going to die. Well, his mother Barbara had known about this for a while because Sister Shirley had struggled with cancer for the past 2 years, and she really was dreading this day that she would have to have the conversation with her son. And unfortunately, it looks like that day was finally here. Sister Shirley had already had 2 major surgeries and several other treatments to try to get the cancer under control. But unfortunately, none of the treatments had worked, and she was now in stage 4 of her cancer. Well, each night, at just a young age, Judah wanted to pray for Sister Shirley, and he wanted to ask God for healing. So, like clockwork, it became a routine. Every night before bed, Judah, his brother, and his mother would all kneel and begin praying for Sister Shirley's healing, and that the cancer would go away. Night after night, they did this. And one night came where Judah had already prayed with his mother and brother. He was up on his top bunk when he heard back from God. And he heard, "It's done. She's healed." He said it wasn't an audible voice. You couldn't hear it out loud, but he heard it in his mind. He got down from that bunk so quick, ran into his mother's bedroom to tell her right away. And I find it really fascinating when I was reading through this story to know that God speaks to children too. I just find it so beautiful that at such a young age, he knew what to do, and that not only did he know what to do by praying for Sister Shirley's healing, but God spoke to him. Well, when he ran in to tell Barbara, his mother, she said, "Okay, son, okay." She believed him. She said, "Okay, Judah, Sister Shirley's healed. Let's start praising God." So the 2 of them lift their hands and they began out loud just thanking Jesus for that gift of healing for Sister Shirley. After that, Judah was so ecstatic, he begged his mother, "Please, can we call Sister Shirley and let her know God healed her?" But it was getting kind of late, so Mom said, "Look, she's probably in bed. I'll tell you what, we'll call her first thing in the morning." So next morning comes, Barbara calls Sister Shirley to tell her everything that occurred and to let her know that God told Judah she had been healed. Sister Shirley found this just the sweetest thing, that one of her kiddos in her class would pray so fervently every night for her. But she told Barbara, she said, "Barb," quote, "but I'm at peace with going to heaven. If it's God's time to take me, I'm okay with it. Tell Judah, thank you for praying for me." End quote. Well, after that conversation with Sister Shirley, the whole Williams family, they knew what God told Judah. And so every night, routine, they continued to pray, but now that they knew that God had healed her, they just continued praising God for that blessing of healing. And a week later, Sister Shirley had a checkup with her doctor. She had to get a PET scan done, so she does, and the results come back 2 days after. Well, when she got those results, she knew who she had to call right away, little Judah. She let the entire Williams family know on that phone call that her PET results, they said she was cancer-free. And she was so shocked and blessed and thankful that she indeed had been healed. Barbara says that day, Judah, of course, just grinning ear to ear. He was ecstatic about that news. But he told his mother, he said, "Yeah, I'm not surprised though. I already knew she was healed." And as far as I know, that was the end of that small story. But Sister Shirley was indeed healed. But even after treatment not working, Jesus rose up and did the healing. That was a blessing. And at a young age, little Judah, knowing what to do, as I said earlier, but then seeing the results of that actual healing for his Sunday school teacher. Just a cute, beautiful, healing story. I hope it was a blessing to hear it, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for, again, all of the sweet comments and encouragement. You guys are the best. I'm going to see you next time.